Anthony Joshua has been singing the praises of Derek James, his new trainer, say that, he's been teaching him a lot of stuff. He said Rob McCracken was actually a great trainer, but didn't teach him defence. And he said, and that was a big problem. And he feels that actually he lost some best parts of his career, or the best years of his career, training with Robert, and he never learned any sort of defence. And he said, in there, he mentioned your name and said, you've only got to look at Cole Frotch and have a look at his nose and see that Rob doesn't teach defence. Have you spoke to him about that? Have you DM'd him about that?
No. Listen, first of all, I've got to laugh. Secondly, what I'll say to that is, for a grown man to try and personally insult another grown man on his physical appearance, for me, that's a move. Yeah?
Why would he come out with that?
Well, just let him come out with that. Let him have it. And I sincerely hope he's talking about the old nose and not the newly constructed piece of artwork that I'm carrying around on my face at the minute, because I'm actually quite happy with it.
To be fair, that's a beautiful nose.
I'm quite happy with this nose. Yeah, I think so too. So thank you for that. So, but my nose aside and my aesthetically pleasurable features, with my new nose aside, I'm looking at this as a real dig at Robert McCracken. Yeah. This is a guy who's a master of his craft.
He said he spent too much time with the GB squad and not enough time with him, and he didn't learn the fundamentals of boxing. I
heard what he said. And Rob McCracken is a man that, first of all, got AJ out of jail. Yeah? I'm going to pause now because I'm not going to go into that, but he knows what I'm talking about. He got him out of jail, literally. So do your research, whatever you want to do for that. I'm not going to elaborate on that. He also guided him to an Olympic gold medal.
What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, Carl Froch responds to Anthony lost his headviewers comments about his noggin. And listen, he said, AJ, you are a big, buff, 200-pound, BITCH, 100%. Now, I disagree with a lot of what Carl has to say, and a point I wanted to make yesterday about this topic was that I think even Carl didn't talk about was the fact that, to be fair to Carl, whether his nose was bent or not, it's the reason his nose was bent. It's a bit like, I don't know, a war hero getting their gunshot wounds out. Carl Froch didn't get a bent nose for nothing. Yeah? He got a bent nose because he got punched in it and he walked straight into shots. Maybe that... Listen, we all know Carl Froch's defence weren't the best, but that was a badge of honour, if anything. Bear in mind, look at Ryan Garcia. Ooh, boop. Yeah, Ryan Garcia. Boop, oop. I got bopped on my nose. Oop, boop. Yeah. You know when people have kids, little babies, and they go, boop. That's what Ryan Garcia, and AJ, to be honest. AJ was the same. Who did AJ fight? He got bopped in the nose. Didn't really fancy it anymore. And I'm not saying, I can't lie to you, when I box, my nose, man, I can't take no hits on the nose. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anywhere else but the nose, not the noggin. So I get it, but listen, in the day, man, no one ain't paying me $20 million to get bopped there. I'll tell you it's for free. Never mind 20. Give me $100. I'll get bopped on the nose all day. Do you understand that, people? That said, regardless of the money, Carl Froch, he earned that there for me is a war scar. And that's the narrative I'd have been going for Carl. But Carl has a big ego. Carl went more down the corny route. Oh, you shouldn't attack a man's aesthetics. I'd have been saying, listen, AJ, mate, that nose you be slagging off, I earned that. Someone you wouldn't know nothing about because you're scary. You're big and buff for nothing. And to be quite frank, Carl Froch wasn't an underachiever. I'd say AJ is an underachiever. Why? Or let's do it the other way. I believe Carl Froch was an overachiever, meaning that he didn't have the best skills, he didn't have the best power, or you know what I mean? He wasn't naturally gifted. Carl Froch got there through hard work. Yeah? That's what he should be saying. AJ, you're big for nothing. Carl Froch was also in there with one of the best ever, Andre Ward. Meanwhile, AJ, he don't even want to get stuck in from dudes not in his weight. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic. AJ can't even put his noggin on the line when he's in there with a dude coming from 175 in the amateurs. Usyk was 175 in the amateurs, soaking wet. Legit as well. Not no Holyfield one. Holyfield was 175 too, but he pumped full of juice. Let's be real here. Usyk's a genuine 175er. Yeah? And you couldn't even get your noggin bust in that fight. You was looking all, ooh, ooh, ooh. And the Franklin fight. Ooh, boop. That's age. All these new age guys, man. AJ, Ryan Garcia, anyone you want. Boop. Even though they're getting paid millions, they don't fancy it anymore. And that's why I say, people get mad. Why be... listen. If you're getting paid that much money, yeah, and you can't take a bop on the nose, it's time to sit down somewhere. Yeah? That's the game you're in. It's a bit like YB. I'm going to pay you 10 million to make a video, but I don't want to make a video. Like, who doing that? That doesn't make no sense. Your job is to get bopped on the nose. And you're in there, ooh, and you're, ooh, ooh. You know what I mean? Nah, that's not it for me. So that's the route I'd have gone down if I was Carl. Rather than the whole, oh... That to me felt a bit rainbow flaggish. Victim, you know what I mean? Oh, you shouldn't criticise a man's looks. Listen, scrap all that. This is the fight business, yeah? These are battle scars, my bro. You should be looking back at them photos of my crooked nose and trying to earn one yourself. You big, buff, pretty looking ass dude. Yeah? About Hugo Boss. That's what I'd have been saying. I'd have been saying, listen, AJ. Yeah? What you want to worry about is get off them corny looking ass Hugo Boss catwalks and tighten up in the ring and get your noggin twisted up. 100% for all them millions you'd be making. Corny ass dude. Wait a minute. How are you going to be acting in the ring like, ooh, ooh, boop? Yeah? And then we see my man AJ on the Hugo Boss catwalk. Where they? Genuinely, I'm intrigued. I need to know, where do they find these guys at? It's like, damn. A big, fair enough. Ryan Garcia, yeah, he's small and pretty. He a twink. Do you understand? That makes sense. Okay, he's small, he pretty, he a twink. 100%. AJ. Oh man, in the grinder community, yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know about it. I've heard about it though, allegedly. Yeah, it's kind of like tops. You got tops and you got bottoms, but you've also got twinks and bears. AJ, he's supposed to be a bear. Yeah? He's a bear. Big friendly one at that. Yeah? You ain't got no excuse. Like I said, Ryan Garcia, he's small and pretty. You big and... You're supposed to be topping dudes. Yeah? Big twink looking. AJ is a big twink, bottom line. I've been saying it for a long time. He big for nothing. Come on, people. Why be you always hating? Listen, if I'm wrong, show me in the last 5 years or however many years, show me what AJ's big for. Just say, YB, look at this fight. He big for something. Which one? Because he weren't big for something against Usyk, and I'm tired of hearing these guys chilling. Oh, but YB, I want to interview AJ soon, so, oh, you're hating, and, oh, we need to be strong, King. No, it's not no King talk, people. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of blowing smoke at people's ass just because you're trying to get on. Let's be real here. Which fight have you seen AJ be useful and big? You haven't. Hence, big for nothing. So don't come at me. Why be always hate? No. Just drop the facts. Yeah? Because, listen, I was the first man to say, when AJ was big for something, I was ringing the bell. I was telling people, that's what I mean. You can't have it both ways. You can't have me ringing the bell for you. You fall off and you expect me to keep ringing it. No, absolutely not. That's how you end up on the Gareth A. Davis suction list. Yeah? Not even once. I was out and I've said mad things. People forget that. I've said mad things in support of AJ. I've said things like, oh, AJ, he gonna go down better than Lennox. Yeah, do you get that, people? That's where I'm coming from. You want me to carry on with them bars? Are you mad? Come on, people. I'm sorry for what I said in the past. I ain't gonna lie. I was wrong. Yeah, one of them ones. Anyway, let's go back. I want to hear some more from this bit from Carl, because he waffled about someone else quickly. One sec.
He did a fantastic job. Got him an Olympic gold medal in 2012.
Oh, that was it.
Then he guided him to not...
He mentioned about AJ and Rob McCracken and the jail thing. He said, oh, Rob got AJ out of jail and AJ needs to remember that. And this is where I don't agree with FROCH. Rob's job is a trainer. Rob's job is not a parole officer. Yeah, fair play to Rob for doing what he felt was right at the time. That doesn't mean AJ owes him something. Oh, you got me out of jail when I was 16, so that means now that what? Where do you draw the line? What's the next thing Carl's expect? Oh, you got me out of jail at 16, so that means that I've got to stay with you as a boxing trainer. The two don't line up. That kind of narrative goes down the line of, well, he got me out of jail at 16, so... You know what I mean? One of them weird ones. Wait there a minute. You did me, yeah, okay, you did me a favour. What else do you want? Do you want a blowy as well? That's the kind of thing, you know what I mean? Where do you draw the line? Yeah, you're a grown-ass man, and you did me a favour. I appreciate that, however, I'm not going to blow you for it. And the equivalent of that is, yeah, I appreciate you, Rob. But that don't mean I'm going to ruin my career, ruin my life, just to hang around and make you feel better. It's not like, listen, it's not like AJ didn't enrich Rob. It's not like AJ got out at the first opportunity. AJ literally rode the Rob train until the wheels were long gone. AJ was already well finished. And I have to say, I was one of the only ones at the time saying, Rob McCracken is useless as a trainer. It wasn't rocket science. He's no good. He doesn't know what he's doing. Not to mention the fact that Rob would still... How can you have the biggest fighter in the world and you're still training amateurs? For me, and I said this at the time, that's a lack of respect. Respect works both ways. Yeah? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. One of them 69 ones, 100%. Yeah, in this day and age, there's too many selfish people. Yeah? 100%. Too much selfishness. It must be 69. If it's not 69, I ain't trying to hear it. 100%. Oh my God. But essentially, AJ must respect Rob. But Rob must not respect AJ. The basic respect is, listen, I'm big dog. My name AJ, I'm big dog. Biggest boxer in the world. What are you doing training amateurs? I need your full attention. Yeah? That was not the case. The respect was not reciprocated. AJ put Rob McCracken on the map. Facts. Rob weren't doing it. Well, not anymore. He fell off now. Well, to be fair to Rob, I think Rob's genuinely passionate about the amateurs. I actually respect him for that. But the whole AJ thing was not a good look for me. Rob should have made a choice. Listen, I'm passionate about the amateurs and I'm sticking with AJ. As a man, I don't have the time to get you where you need to go. You can pick up the phone anytime. I'll be there for pointers. I'll come into camp when I'm free. But the amateurs thing is what I'm feeling right now. That's what a man should have said, like Rob. Not all the coins are good. So I'll keep digging AJ's pockets. And I'll keep digging the Olympic program out as well. I'm surprised, to be honest. Even the Olympic program allowed that. It's just messy. Yeah? Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe. And leg off the bow, 100%, no doubt.